Mark, you love your tactics and it's a speciality of yours, but what half time did you say? Because you were certainly a different team in the second half to the first.
Nothing was different in terms of we prepared for West Brom. In terms of they play a high line, high press, high intensity. You saw the start point of their goalkeeper. So we felt we could exploit that by turning it quickly. I thought we showed too much respect first 15-20 minutes, simple as that. We showed too much respect to a good team. We were a little bit loose on the touch, gave it away, turned over too easily. When we did move the ball, we looked okay, down the left-hand side, for example. But neither goalkeeper really tested in the first half. All we had to do was up the tempo, just be on the front foot, up the tempo, move the ball quicker with a bit more pace and purpose. And we did that second half. We saw that I thought both wing backs contributed massively to really push them back. I thought our three centre halves stood up and won the first ball. That's a good physical team. They transition well if you don't win them. And we looked a real threat. So I felt from the second half, I'm guessing possession was fairly mixed. I thought overall we deserved to win the game.
Charlie's scored many important goals for QPR. Would you agree, though, that assuming you make the playoffs, if you look back, this is quite a key day for you because it was a big win against a rival?
You only get 3 points, you only get 5 unfortunately. You only get 3 points, but of course it puts us 2 points above the game in hand. We knew that. They'd be thinking had they won, it puts them 4 points ahead. But no, it's important. There's the strikers. They all want to play. Every player wants to play. But today, Andre and Linden had the first hour of buffering from the centre halves, and when the pace goes out of the game a little bit, the heat goes out of the game a little bit, the subs can come on and make a difference. I think we subs did that. Pleased with Dom for short contribution to step in and do that job really well. But Charlie, great goal, perfect, comes in there, gets the win, and I'm sure enjoyed it.
Mark, just a word on the celebration. You could see what it meant to Charlie, and everyone went over to the dugout. Just kind of, what was that like?
It's the togetherness. You've got to be, you've got to look at this division. It's relentless. It's the fine margins. You can talk about tactics all you like and that's football. You've got to be together doing it. You've got to be together. There's got to be a bond and the unity within the squad. There's good days and not so good days. You've got to find a way to win when it's tough. If you go away somewhere and you play poorly, come away with a point. Maybe an ill-deserved point, but come away with a point. Don't come away with a 1-0 defeat. That type of scenario. So there's a togetherness and there's a nice blend of senior players and younger players who are learning from the senior boys. And you saw how much it meant to them, which is really important. Staff and players alike. It's really important to have the right environment for the players to develop, to enjoy, and to win, hopefully.
Mark, Valerian said that the turning point was they had a 100% penalty that wasn't given when had some tussle. Did you see it? Did you have a view?
Yeah, I've already. That's a turning point. You turn every single game. Some of the free kicks we're going to have to question, but listen, that's football. How many decisions have not gone our way this season? I think we know we can football in a number of cases. That's football. Valerian will know that. That's football. We talk about what could have, would have, should have, but at the end of the day, we stood up, we won first contacts, we did to a man, they defended their goal well and attacked with purpose, and we got a vital 3 points.
Just a word on your two centre backs, Mark Barbet and Jimmy Dunn. Is that probably the best of the games, you think?
No, I don't know. Yoann's been excellent for us. He goes under the radar, Yoann. He's not a typical centre half. Big Rob and Jimmy's a typical centre half. Did a great job today, and Rob. But Yoann's a culture he loves to play, and sometimes overplays. But we're asking him to play. But you saw today, he nasty gashed his head, comes back on and there's 3 or 4 vital important headers. They stood up in the blocks. Look at the last 2 games with Yoann. So delighted for them because it's a tough game today. You've got the rewards, and I've got no doubt about the quality of those 3 boys. My worry is we've got 3 centre halves. That's the one. We have to make sure we look after them and invest in recovery. But it's a relentless programme here, so we've got to see how we go.
In the 3 years you've been in charge, that would probably be the most satisfying one of them?
Yeah, it has to be one of them because I thought it was a big crowd today. And the fans are behind the second half especially. And you want the fans to enjoy watching the team play. It's as simple as that. When you come and watch your team play, you can say, oh, great football, but we lost 1-0. Great football, but we lost 2-1. When you have a good game of football like that, and you win with the 3 points, the fans go away happy and enjoy themselves. So delighted for the fans to go as great support.
Just going back to Charlie, again, you've answered this many times, but today particularly, what's he like now, when you all come off? And
Quiet, doesn't say a word. He says tongue in cheek. No, listen, you've got to enjoy football. I said to both before the game, you've got to enjoy being a good player. You have to enjoy it. There's a stage out there to go and work and go and enjoy being good. And they did that. I thought they did today. And it's important in front of a big crowd, a big game, and lots of meaning behind it. Everyone's saying 4th place, 5th, we win a 4th, etc. That's why you play football. Would you rather that? Would you rather like 23rd, play 24th? but you want to make sure you're in the right position, and they've earned that through their hard work and their efforts. And now we have to keep pushing on another very, very tough game this week. We have to prepare well for that.
You mentioned Yoann, how well he played today. Obviously his contract is coming down. How keen he is to sort that out, keep him here.
There's a number of boys in that position. But for me, he shows his quality week in, week out. He shows how much he loves being at signing for them. But I love being at QPR. You see that the way he plays every single time. You know, he's as I said earlier, he's a different centre half. He's got that rugged, 6'4", kick it win. He's not. He can play and we ask him to play. But he loves being here. He loves being here. So I hope very much he's here for QPR fans for a long time. But we'll see how it is. As simple as that. See how it is right now. Focus on the next game.
And you mentioned obviously wanting to bring in a couple of additions this month. How are things looking?
Yeah, there's a lot of work's going on to be done. I hope very much we can do that. They've got to be players that add value and quality to that team. So we've got a number of good players today, like Luke Amos, and these boys didn't get on the pitch there under Gazelle. So we have some depth, but we are still vulnerable to one or two injuries. We've got to make sure that we have players who can step in. They're pushing all the time. Anyone we bring in wants to come and play, which is great. We need to have that competition.